What's up, guys? I'm back. Yeah, what's up, man? My name is Young Producer, and I'm doing a striker deck profile today with my man's
Andrew.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too.
You want to do any shoutouts?
No.
Not your homie right there?
He's fine.
Alright.
Shout out to my mom.
Oh, nice.
Alright. So, center.
Flex on the Monster Sky Striker Ray.
Literally can't play. This one, I hate it. 3 nib. Nobody's really expecting this right now. I mean, the deck has a really hard time with really big boards. Yeah, it has really good breaking potential, but you end up using 4 cards in your hand and you don't really have anything else. But yeah, that's all the monsters. 2 engage because it's pot of greed.
Where's the third one?
It's coming. 3 anchor. I mean, dude, going second, being able to steal, link up into access code, stealing like a link 3 or whatever. It's just so good. Negating and being able to reset it off the multi rolls. Play 2 multi roll. I was testing 1. 3 is just way too many. But I was testing 1. It's just too strong to not play 2. I want to see it, but 3 just clogs the deck up, and I just don't have space for the third one. And then 3 linkage. This card is basically copies 4, 5, and 6 array. This thing literally says if you have another card, you tribute it, and you can go ahead and summon a link. Also good for the linkage OTK. If you have Ray and linkage, open game state, if you clear their board, it's 8k damage, or 81, something like that. I played 2 burner. This is like the main back row move on the deck as well once you get set up. This deck kind of has a hard time with breaking back row without the Sky Striker cards. Obviously I play some stuff to kind of help supplement that. But yeah, the burner is just so good, and I've played Desire, so if I banish 1, I'm kind of SOL. 1 booster, 1 Shark Cannon, and then 1 of the field spell, and also one of the Hornet drones. Booster just comes up really, honestly it does come up kind of often, because usually the way I like to close out games is access code with linkage. And if I'm able to push with access code, a lot of times he's going to get hit with removal. Like this deck has a hard time with Bestials, so getting hit with a Druid's Worm or that Kagari add back for the engage sometimes, like that's a really big choke point. And I just need something to be able to kind of supplement that. And I mean, it comes up enough, it's really helpful. The Shark Cannon to summon back and to deal with the branded. Area 0 to dig a little more, and then Hornet Drones as this 8th copy array. And play the 2 tactics and then the 3 thrust. Honestly, this card should be called the Triple Tactics Sky Striker Triple Tactics Thrust.
But it's just your 5th engage. 5 engages. 5 engages.
I mean, especially against cash, it's very easy. You just throw whatever card you have in your hand, and then you get cool thrust. Add whatever the hell you want. And I mean, obviously, when you're going second, you're breaking a board. They have to interact with you, and if they don't interact with you, they just kind of end up losing. As long as you have Ray. And then double Dark Hole, 1 Lightning Storm, and the Harpies. I was running double Lightning Storm, but I realized that with the double Lightning Storm, I would draw a late game and it wouldn't help, especially against back row decks. If I don't see it right away, this card just dies. The Dark Hole is just really nice because when you're coming up against like Punk Gold Pride gives you a damn token, and you can't do anything about it. So Dark Hole is just really, really good. Also, if you're nibbing on your going second, you nib, you're stuck with a token. Obviously, you have multi-roll to get rid of it, or you have linkage. Actually, no, not linkage. Sorry, you have multi-roll in the field spell. This is just another way to clear your board with like Ibly or even the Gaming Puppet. Obviously, you're kind of screwed when you have the Gaming Puppet, but and then Harpies is Harpies.
Nice. What's your main deck? Oh, you're not done.
Yeah, not done yet. And then we got the 1-ofs. These 2, obviously, Rodan Terraforming. Double pot, if you don't play this, you're dumb. Call by is just nice because this deck just fucking dies to anything graveyard. Branded, dead. If you go and play against Bestials, you're dead. And it's just kind of nice to not have to deal with hand traps. So this is kind of cuttable, but anyway. And then 3 Imperm.
Nice. What's your main deck count?
40?
40, exactly.
Yeah,
40.
Can only be 40.
Nice.
If it's more than 40, then you're not playing smart. We'll do extra.
Sure.
3 tokens.
Nice.
Sorry?
Some with double hayate. Honestly, double hayate is pretty standard. I don't really see the need to be taking the third one. If you go into the third one, you're using your extra deck wrong. You're not using your resources correctly. Triple Kagari is like basically tied for the best card in the deck. Adding back the engage, adding back other pieces that you need, removal, monster negation, just things of that nature. Kagari is just incredible at 3. 3 shiz. Just because I just want to have those names. And this is not a going first build, this is pretty heavy going second. But to be honest, I wouldn't really know what else to put inside of the third one, and the third one comes up often enough, especially because the sidecar we're playing. I'll show you that in a second. Kinda because time. So I'm not playing the Celine, so I have space for these 3. The Zeke definitely comes up. The funny thing is, the Azalea is harder to make in Striker than in any other deck. Like you'd be hard pressed to get 2 darks or 2 lights on the field, unless you're gunning for it. It doesn't really happen naturally. And it's funny this is a Sky Striker card, but I mean it's nice. It's generic. You could steal and make it, which is fine. And then Zeke is just really good removal. If you're stealing, make a free Zeke. Access code package. I'm thinking about cutting one of the Zekes, or maybe even an Azalea, for like a Hida or a Lina, just because Ash is so prevalent, and there's so many line dark monsters. I just feel like there's more lights than there is darks. Me personally, what I see. But yeah, this is kind of the extra deck. And besides the double Zeke Azalea, I feel like it's pretty standard. Nice. On the side. Oh, one Pank. Pank is honestly, I love Pank Stop so much, especially going into cash. Just special summon it, run over a monster and clears itself for free. So, I mean, Pank is just awesome. Bell, I don't want my things getting banished. I don't want Callbell hitting me. I don't want Bestials touching me. I don't want Labyrinth touching me. Just so many things that this is good for, especially game 2. Book. It gets boring. I just feel like Book is just so damn good, especially when I'm maining 2 dark holes. I just honestly, whenever I have Book, I just feel like I'm winning the game, especially when it's just used correctly. Obviously, you could obviously waste it with any other spell, but I feel like just Book is just so strong. And I used to play 3 Eclipse, but when I needed an Eclipse to resolve, they always have Ash, so that sucks. Oh, Ash. I don't want that to happen. Yeah.
Oh, you play Sketchers?
Cosmic, yeah, and double Cosmic because you know, Labyrinth. I mean, I want to play Twisters just because it's like one of my favorite cards like ever. But you literally can't play it because lol, Hugin exists. So I'm playing this as well with the double Trap Trick.
The dual pointer.
Yeah, no pointer. The really funny thing about this is that if I have 2 of these and linkage, you could tribute off of the shiz and activate 1 shiz, chain link 2 linkage, send the water dart, special summon shiz, go into this. I just honestly haven't really played it too much. When it works though, it just kills. Getting ripped for 2 or 1 a lot of the times is just devastating. You draw that 1 out, you have like 1 out in your hand, the Gamma Seal to shut off my back row, or the Lightning Storm evenly. Ripping 1 is always going to be good no matter what. Nice. And then because I play the 2 Trap Tricks, D-Barrier, obviously like this deck really has a problem pushing through Sanctifier and Gimmick Puppet. So being able to go second, a lot of people are gonna make you go second, especially when you get into like high top cut. And having the 4 D barriers and the 4 hand rips for going first is just really good to help you insulate and not let them make a board, because Sanctifier is hard to deal with in this deck. Gimmick Puppet is impossible to break, especially without the bell, the callback. But yeah, that's kind of about it. I guess we'll shout out Neff sitting over there.
Best friend Neff?
Yeah, best friend Neff, Byron, also a man named Nicholas Rodriguez. Taught me everything I know.
Nice.
He brought me in as a little boy and made me a master.
So he's your sensei?
Yeah, I would say he's the boy, but Mr. Nick Rodriguez is definitely the sensei.
Okay,
Shout out to
got
Nick
it.
Rodriguez.
Alright, thanks man.
In the cut, in my hut, look at me, 100 lead. Yeah, I'm back, I got heads.
Yeah, y'all go squad, y'all go till I'm dead. Hey, bro, got headshots for your head. Me and you safe from the east, not the west. It's double G on my shoes every time I step. I'm not you, cause you lose and all I do is win. Yeah, I'm hezzy, baby, and I'm wavy like the flame. Like Phineas and Ferb, every summer I'll be lit.
Thank you all, I won't fall. Like and subscribe. I'll see you all.
We out.